What's for dinner? Pexlor, PXLOR, I'm not Pexlor, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, suggested I make baked mac and cheese. I've made mac and cheese a million times, but I've never tried the baked part, so I'm excited to try that today. Thank you so much for the suggestion. And it's National Cheese Day, so perfect, perfect. I'm just going to do my normal mac and cheese with a little twist with when we bake it. This is 4 tablespoons of butter melted in my pan, 4 tablespoons of flour. Just going to get that stirred together. Trying to make a little paste there. This is 3 cups of milk. If you want to use half and half or cream or whatever you got in your fridge, I use the red milk, the whole milk, whatever you call it. But anything will work. I've used evaporated milk before when I didn't have any milk on hand. So I got a teaspoon and a half of salt going in here, a teaspoon of pepper. You can lessen that if you're not a pepper fan. Just give it a little kick in there. And in this sauce, I'm gonna do. Usually, I do 3 cups of mild cheddar and a cup of sharp. And I'm just gonna start out with 2 cups of the mild cheddar, since we're gonna layer it with cheese. And I usually put some on top, but I've never layered it, and I just kind of like the contrast of the sharp and the mild, and I don't want to throw it off too much. So we're going to get this thickened up and get it put together. All right, I've got my sauce together. The cheese is all melted in. I'm just going to add, I did elbow macaroni this time, so sometimes I do fun noodles. Today I'm just doing regular. And usually I do like a 16-ounce bag in here. So and I just make sure it's a little al dente because it's going to cook a little more once you put it in the sauce and put it in the oven. You don't want it gummy and too soft. You want a little bite in there. So actually probably be easier with the spoon. So I'm just going to kind of mix in. That was 4 cups of pasta. I'm going to do, let's do one more, 5 cups of pasta. And then you're going to start layering it. And I've got, make sure it's oven safe, and I've already buttered it so that it's ready to go. And you just do half in the bottom of the bowl. Whoops. And even that out. And then you do cheese in the middle. And then I'm just going to dump the rest of this pasta right on top. Might have done more than half to begin with here. So, and that's going to get another layer of cheese. I'm going to pop this in the oven at 350, about 30 minutes. I'm just going to kind of watch it until the cheese kind of crunches up on the top. And thank you again so much for the recommendation, and happy National Cheese Day to everyone. That's what's for dinner at my house. Please let me know what you're having, recipes if you've got them, and I will be back tomorrow with what's for dinner.